Good afternoon. My name is Adrian Muldrow, the director of the We Can Achieve program at Druid Heights Community Development Corporation. Today is October the 26th, 2011. We're sitting here with Mr. Ronald Williams. We're sitting here with
Mia Jones of Revolution Baltimore, the CFO of Revolution Baltimore, a community service-oriented organization geared toward helping young folk in Baltimore City and beyond.
And Sananda Edwards, I'm CEO of Revolution Baltimore, as well as the director of the Quantum Opportunities program out of Druid Heights and at Augusta Bell Savage Hospital.
And the reason that we're sitting here today is because Mr. Ronald Williams has an extraordinary story that we think would be very helpful for young people, not just for the We Can Achieve program, but for Love Evolution and for the Quantum Youth Opportunities program. And so I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Ronald Williams. How you doing, Mr. Williams?
All right, I'm fine. How's everybody?
What brought you here today?
Well, I am going through some struggles with my family as far as the HIV virus is still concerned after being HIV positive 28 years. I have been basically lately trying to get things done on my own because I realized that when a person becomes HIV positive, they're not dying from it. Actually, they're living from it. And there are a lot of community resources for them, and there are a tremendous amount of medications that can keep them alive for many, many years if they keep up with what their doctor wants them to do. But at age 13, I was very, very fast doing the things that the kids in schools are doing now, hooking school and thinking it's okay to smoke marijuana and the loud music and the disrespect to the family and things like that. You just go off on your own and you want your own identity, but that's the wrong way to get your own identity. And once my son was born at age 13, I started having unprotected sex. Remember this, I don't care how beautiful a woman is, or I don't care how fine and handsome a man is. It is totally impossible for you to know whether or not they are HIV positive unless they tell you. And in most cases, a person is not going to tell you, especially if they want to have sex with you. If they're selfish, they're not going to tell you, which is what happened with me. At age 16, I went for this study called pharmacokinetics, and they told me that my blood was abnormal, that I needed to speak to a personal doctor. I did, and then come to find out that I was HIV positive. At age 16, sweet 16, I was HIV positive. I believe I was in the 9th grade. At that time, I really didn't know much about HIV. Nobody, doctors didn't know much about HIV at that time. And the only medication that they had back then was called AZT. And AZT is not an HIV medicine. It is a cancer medicine. That was all the doctors had to treat HIV patients with. And your lifespan back then was 10 years. But a lot of people didn't make it the whole 10 years. Some would make it to live 5 years. Some would make it to live 4 more years, and they would eventually pass away. By the grace of God, there are a lot of doctors out there doing research and studies and experimenting with different medications now, which I'm 44 years old now, and I have been taking medication. I have been on different regimens. I've been on almost every medication that HIV doctors have prescribed to me. I am a recovering addict, but I didn't start using drugs until I was in my late 20s, and I started feeling sorry for myself, and I got tired of being institutionalized in and out of hospitals. But then I realized that, like I told you guys, that I'm not dying from AIDS. I'm living with AIDS. I'm always learning different things in different organizations and different programs. You know, if ever you feel that something isn't right going on with you, I suggest that you immediately go tell a parent or aunt or uncle or grandfather to take you to the hospital.
What are some of the things that they need to look for?
Okay, things like if you have an irregular cough, you constantly cough, and the medication over the counter in the drug stores, if it's not working, then I suggest that you go to a doctor and you give them all your symptoms. If you start having loss of appetite, you start losing a lot of weight. If you constantly get sick, especially in the summertime, nobody should be getting sick in the summertime. What we call that is the summer cold. But if you constantly want to get one, I recommend that you go to one of these clinics in Baltimore, free clinic, and getting an HIV test. Actually, it is said by doctors to get an HIV test every 6 months anyway, especially these days. But also, eat healthy and always use protection. I don't care how much in love you and your spouse are, use protection. I am a living witness. I know that the reason why I'm still here is to share this message with anybody who is willing to listen. Because all of my friends and people that I grew up with, they have contrasted this disease, they're gone. And I'm still here. And a lot of people in my family, they don't have no clue and they cannot understand why am I still here.